Another exciting review of How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And today we're going to be reviewing part 2, chapter 1 of this book. We've been talking about how to deal with people, how to relate with people, how to have a smooth relationship with people, what to do to make anybody do what you want, right? We've talked about that in part 1. So in this part 2, we're going to be talking about 6 ways to make people like you. And chapter 1 is titled Do This and You'll Be Welcome Anywhere. Right. So to start with, how many of you have a dog, or you have lived with a dog before, or you like dogs and everything? You would agree with me, and I agree with the author as well, that a dog makes his living by giving you nothing but love, right? If a dog really likes you, once you are coming from afar, that dog starts wailing its tail, and then starts barking excitedly to welcome you and all of that. And the author remembered when he was 5 years old and he had this little dog, very beautiful dog that his father bought. And every day the dog will be waiting for him to come back home from school. Once he shows up from afar, this dog just jumps up at the speed of light, rushes to meet him, wagging his tongue, you know, and just barking and doing everything to show its excitement to meet Dale. And until one day when the dog tragically passed on, he was hit by lightning and he died. He recalls that his death, the name of the dog was Tippy, that Tippy's death was a tragedy of his boyhood. Right. The author says that you know by some divine instinct that you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming genuinely interested in other people than you can make in 2 years if you are not interested in people. What makes you to be welcome everywhere, to make friends quickly, is for you to show genuine interest in people. We have established this before in previous chapters. So this is just like a build up on it. It's an emphasis and to see it in another light. Right. If you don't show genuine interest in people, if you don't show that you care about them, you really cannot make friends. People can come to you maybe for what they can gain from you, but they will not be your friends for long. And they are not there genuinely. They don't love you genuinely, right? So stop trying so hard to make friends and thinking that the world does not align with you, people don't like you, and all of that. Show interest in people first, and then they will show interest in you. That is the way it works, right? So many people go through life complaining that people don't like them. They blunder through trying to wigwag other people to become interested in them. They first of all want people to become interested in them before they show interest, but it doesn't work that way. It is the other way around. You have to show interest in people first. And we're talking of genuine interest here, no pretense. The New York Telephone Company made a detailed study of telephone conversations to find out the word that people use the most in telephone conversations. And they said that word is I. I. Oh, I am calling to ask you. I want to know if I am a girl from I am a teacher and I want to find out. I want to do this. I want to know. Oh, am I speaking with, I is the most used word in telephone conversations. And let us also take this example. Anytime you pick a group picture that you feature in, who is the first person that you look out for? It is yourself. The first person that you want to see in that picture, in that group picture that contains you, is you. Oh, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Before you start thinking of other people. Or if you are not in that picture, if it is your husband that is there, you first of all look for your husband. If it is your child that is there, you first of all look for your child. So that is to show us the selfish human nature. If we merely try to impress people and get people interested in us, we will never have many true, sincere friends, right? Friends, real friends, are not made that way. You don't make real friends by expecting people to like you first. You have to like them first. Alfred Adler, the famous psychologist. Yes, I'm coming. I'm coming. Go and drink your juice. Joy, please give him some juice. Go and drink your juice. Go and drink your juice. Good boy. The famous psychologist wrote a book titled What Life Should Mean to You. And in that book, he says that it is the individual who is not interested in his fellow men who has the greatest difficulties in life and provides, take him away. Let him go and drink it then. I'll take it. And provides the greater injury to others. He doesn't want to. It is from among such individuals that all human failures spring. People who are not genuinely interested in other people, they cause the most trouble. They go around with hatred, they spread hatred, and from them, what is it? What is it? Nobody is here. You can't see anybody. And so they cause a lot of trouble for the world, right? They are not interested in people. What you want for? They are not nice to people, yet they go around causing trouble. There is a story of a magician here who made so much money, so much profit, like $2 million in profit, and he had admitted over 60 people to his shows. Jeremiah, don't do that. You'll fall my microphone. No, don't hit the microphone. Sorry about that. Thank you. You know, he had admitted over 60 persons to his shows, and they had made like $2 million in profit. When he was asked how he was able to do that, how he was able to influence people that much, he gave two reasons. He said one is because he would rehearse every single thing that he would say, bearing his audience in mind. He would rehearse his mannerism, he would rehearse his magic, he would rehearse where the sound should come, where the music should come. Oh, go and charge the phone. The phone is dead. Go and charge it. He would rehearse everything. And the second thing is that before he climbs the stage, he would say to himself that, hey, I am grateful because these people come. Jeremiah, I'm going to spank you. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, I won't spank you, sorry. He said, he would say to himself before he climbs the stage to perform, he would say, I am grateful because these people come to see me. They make it possible for me to make my living in a very agreeable way. I'm going to give them the very best I possibly can. So he would tell himself all of that. This way, he is prepared to give his audience the best experience for their money. Are you a salesperson? Right. All you care about is the profit that you're going to make. You need to start caring about your customers. You need to develop relationship with them. You need to let them know that you care so much. Right. He said he would declare it over and over. He said, I love my audience. I love my audience. I love my audience. He will keep saying that. I love my audience. I love my audience. You too can be saying, oh, I love my customers. I love my customers. I love my clients. When you have that at the back of your mind, even when an angry customer comes and you naturally want to react, you wouldn't react because this has become a part of your being, that you love your clients. There is also the story of Theodor Roosevelt, one of the former presidents of America. He genuinely liked people to the fact that his valets wrote a book about him titled Theodor Roosevelt, Hero to the Valley. Right. In that book, he related how his wife, this man was his worker, the worker of the president, Theodore. Right. But one day, his wife said that, oh, he wanted to know what a Bob White looked like. And the president described it to him. But after a while, the president called and said, Annie, please look through the window. Okay, look through the window. I want to see if her name is truly Annie. I don't remember here, right? But the name of the guy, the worker, is Amos. He said, look through the window. There is a Bob White there. Look at that extent. Like somebody asked you, oh, can you describe something for me? And maybe a few hours or a few days later, you now see that thing. And then you send it over to the person's house. To say, oh, you know, take a look at it. That's what I was describing to you the other day. That is the president of a country. And he didn't do this to this guy and his wife. He would do that to all the mates. He would do that to everybody working for him. He related with them. There was no pride. There was nothing like, oh, status, I'm the president, you're a slave, you're a maid, you're a driver, and all of that. He related with everybody. He called them by name. He laughed with them. He asked them questions. And these people loved him, as in they loved him so much. I'm also going to tell you the story of a sales guy. He was into Johnson and Johnson's products, and he went to this drugstore one day, and he wanted to sell the products to them. But the owner of the store told him that, please, we don't want to buy any more Johnson and Johnson's products, right? We've had enough of that. We think that they are interested in selling to some other food stores and all of that. They are not interested in selling to little drugstores like us. So he told him off in an unpleasant manner. And this guy left the store embarrassed. But after he left the store, this sales guy thought about it, and he said to himself that he would go back to that store, to the drugstore, and explain to them why they should actually buy the products from him. But when he got there, to his surprise, the owner of the store met him, with a pleasant smile. Sorry, excuse me. Met him with a pleasant smile. And he was shocked, like, this was the person that told me off a few hours ago. What has changed? And then when he got back there, he told him that, see, the moment you left, this clerk of mine came to me and said, out of all the people that usually supply us goods in this store, you are the only one who would call in every now and then to check how we're doing, to check how business is, to check on different individuals in this store. That this clerk came to tell me, and that if there is anybody we should buy from, it should be you. Right? That made a whole lot of difference. He had been making deposits. The last book that we read, we talked about making deposits into our emotional bank account to make people trust us, to make people like us. And it is from this deposit that we'll be able to make withdrawals on bad days, on days that we could have ordinarily been told of, days that would have ordinarily turned bad, and all of that. Because you've been acting well, you've been doing good. Your good is not just a one-off thing. It's not just because of what you can get. You go the extra mile to check up on people, to give them compliments, to help them out, to serve them. You're actually making deposits into your emotional bank account. Right. Cynthia, you're welcome after a long time. And he eventually made a sale. That's a profound story for me, right? There are so many stories there, so many stories that we can learn from. I like the way the author uses stories to drive home his points, so that he's not just talking theories, he's talking practicals, things that people have used and that, are working for them. Sorry, microphone. Right. All of us, maybe we are workers in a factory, clerks in an office, or even a king upon the throne. All of us like people who admire us. Every one of us. We want people to admire us. We want people to compliment us. We want people to take genuine interest in us, right? If we want to make friends, let us put ourselves out to do things for other people. Things that require time, energy, unselfishness, thoughtfulness. When the Duke of Windsor was Prince of Wales, he was scheduled to tour South America. And before he started out on that tour, he spent months studying Spanish so that he could make public talks in Spanish. And this gesture remained with the people for so long. They did not forget that, he actually went out of his way to learn our language just so that he can talk to us, just so that he can relate with us, right? And the author says that he does something very unique, right? Anybody he meets, anybody who becomes his friend, he would stylishly ask for the person's birthday. And for example, if the person says November 24, he will be repeating to himself silently, November 24, November 24, November 24. And the moment the person turns back, he will quickly take note of it, write it down somewhere. And once he gets home, he will go and put it in his diary. Am I snoring? He will go and write it down in his diary. And on this person's birthday, we'll send a telegram, we'll send gifts, we'll just make it a special day for the person. This is also something that we can do. And I'm going to say one or two more things. Number one is this, and this is a profound example here, another one. If you want to make telephone, maybe as a salesperson, or even if you're not a salesperson, before you pick up the phone, make sure you prepare yourself. If you have been dull all day, make sure that you put up a smile before you pick up the telephone. If you smile physically, right, it is going to show in your tone, and the other person can sense it, that you are talking with enthusiasm. It is different. It is quite different from when your voice is just dull and boring. Right. Especially when you're selling something or you want people to buy anything from you, you want them to do something from you. You must sound great. But don't only wait for that time, for the time where you want them to buy something. Make it a habit so that it becomes a part of you. Answer the telephone with enthusiasm. Greet people in a tone that they would enjoy and make them want to listen to you. Right. It is something I learned from a previous book. I can't remember which of the books, and it has stayed with me. In fact, I was telling my secretary the other day that, see, you need to imbibe this culture before you pick up the telephone. Make sure that you're in a good mood, you're in a good shape. Even if naturally you are not, put yourself in that shape. Make sure it shows in your tone. The person must not ask, oh, is it a good time to talk? Are you okay? No, it must not show in your voice. Right, except you're talking to a very close pal and you really want the person to sense that, oh, you are not fine. Accept that. Right, so there are so many illustrations that we can walk with. Yes, the second one I'm going to say is the story of the kind nurse who showed this girl kindness on Thanksgiving Day in America. This girl had lost her dad. She and her mom were living alone. You know, they were poor, they didn't have anything. And on Thanksgiving Day, to make it worse, she found herself in the hospital. The mother was alone at home. She wouldn't have anything to celebrate Thanksgiving. If you know about America's Thanksgiving, it is a big deal. You have this big turkey roasted and with so many other delicacies. The mother didn't have that. She was in the hospital, so she covered her face with a pillow. She was sobbing. Jeremiah, you say you are snoring. Come on. So she covered her face with the pillow. She was sobbing, and this student nurse just came over, you know, and started talking to her, wiped her tears, made her feel okay, comfortable, told her as well that she too would have loved to be with her family, but she's here at work and all of that. So she went to bring dinner, invited her to dinner. They ate together, had dessert together and all of that. And she said, oh, I'm supposed to close at 4 p.m., but because of you, you know, I'm staying till 11 p.m. And she stayed till 11 p.m. Made the day a beautiful one for this little girl. And it was said that so many Thanksgiving had passed. After this little girl had now become a lady. She was telling the author and some other classmates, said, so many Thanksgivings have come and gone since I was 10. She was 10 years old at the time. But one never passes without me remembering that particular one. And my feelings of frustration, fear, loneliness, and the warmth and tenderness of the stranger that somehow made it all bearable, right? So the little acts of kindness that we show people will forever live with them. How you treat them, how you show interest in them, how you care for them would remain with them. If you want others to like you, if you want to develop real friendships, if you want to help others at the same time as you help yourself, keep this principle in mind. So in part 2, chapter 1, principle 1 is this: become genuinely interested in other people. Thank you so much. That'll be all for tonight. Don't forget to like this video, share your comments with me, and please subscribe to this channel in case you are yet to subscribe. I remain Olaide Agbaje, also known as First Lady, and on this channel, I inspire you to live intentionally. We'll come together again tomorrow as we review chapter 2, part 2, chapter 2, which says, a simple way to make a good first impression. I really cannot wait to review this with you all. Thank you. Until then, be intentional. Bye.